Hello students, welcome to Study by Technologies, and in our today's session we are going to discuss a very basic concept for calculus dedicated for class 11th. So just remember that whenever we are going to study the calculus, it is a very good practice to understand the basic graphs, right? So let us discuss these functions according to their graphs as well. So the first function over here is linear function. Now the linear function, that the concept over here is like we can represent this linear function as y equals to x. Alright, so now let's see how we can draw the graph of this function. These are the x and y axis. Alright, and our graph will pass like this. This is the graph for linear function, and you can clearly mention over here that this is y equals to x. Alright, this will be the straight line like this. The next function that we are going to discuss over here is square function. Right? We can represent this function as y equals to x square. Right? Now let's see how we can show this function. Like this. Now if we can represent this function, we will represent it like what the graph scale like this, right? So this is a function, this is a graph for the function y equals to x square. You can simply write it like y equals to x square. Over here this is x axis and this is y axis. Alright, in the same manner let's discuss about the cube function. Alright, and how we can represent it? We can simply go ahead and put it like y equals to x cube. Okay, now it's like this. Over here this is x coordinate, this is y coordinate. Alright, and how this function will go? This will move like this way. Alright, this function is for y equals to x cube. Alright, now next one is inverse function. Okay, in case of inverse function, let's see how we can represent this inverse function. First of all, this can be written as y equals to 1 upon x, or we can also write it to be x to the power minus 1. Okay, now moving on like this, and then over here we have, this is the x axis, x-axis and y-axis. Alright, and in order to represent it, we can have it like this and like this. Fine. I think we can draw it in a better way. Can move it more closely, like this. Right, so this is how we can represent the y equals to 1 upon x. Fine. Now, next one is square root. Alright, in case of square root, how we can represent it? Like y equals to under root x. Or we can also write it like x to the power 1 by 2. Fine. Now if we can represent it, over here, and this can be represented as like this. Fine. And you can write it like y equals to under root x. Okay, over here this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Alright, moving on to the next graph, that is, now let's see y equals to cube root of x. That, let's say this is cube root. In case of this cube root, this function can be represented as like this, right? So okay, let me put in a function first of all, that is y equals to cube root of x. This can also be written as x to the power 1 by 3. Alright, and here y equals to cube root of x. Fine. Here we have x, here we have y. Okay, now the next function is modulo. Modulus. This modulus can be represented as y equals to modulo x, right? So this is the case like if x is greater than 0, then the value will be plus x, y will be equal to plus x, and even if x is less than 0, in that case the value will also be plus x. That means it will the output will always be positive regardless of the value which is present within the modular. Now moving on, over here how we can represent it, we can just simply go ahead, put it x and y. like this, and we can put y equals to modulo of x. All right. Then next one is y equal to ln x. We can say the logarithmic function. So we can say that y equals to ln x. But here, what does it mean by ln? This means log base e x. All right. Now we can say that over here, and this will be the function. And let's see how we can draw this log function over here. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and we can do it like this way, right? This function is for y equals to ln x. All right. The next function that we are going to study is exponent. That means y equals to e to the power x. This y equals to e to the power x this can be given as like this way. Over here, let's say this is x-axis and this one is y-axis. This is how you can draw the graph for y equals to e to the power x. All right. Now let's discuss about the trigonometric functions. So the first function is related to the sin x. Now the sin x can be represented over the graph scale by this function. Like this. All right. So here this is x and this one is y, and here this y equals to sin x. Fine. And the same way, let's discuss about the cos function. Let's say that is cos x. So the function can be written as y equals to cos x. Y equals to cos x. The next one is tan x. So tan x can be represented as, let me put it somewhere here so that we can get some more space. Yeah, I think this one is enough. Now y equals to tan x. This tan x graph, this can be represented as like like this way. Fine. Now this will go to the parallel to the y-axis at the point where this is equals to pi by 2. Here this point is minus pi by 2, right, and so on. So that we will discuss what is this pi by 2 to those students who are studying it for the first time. So we will discuss about this pi by 2 method for measuring the triangles as well in our later videos as well. So these are a couple of functions that you are supposed to memorize and remember these graphs also. Y equals to x, y equals to x square, x cube, 1 upon x, under root x, then we have cube root of x, modulo of x, log x, e to the power x, sin x, cos x, and tan x. So just try to memorize these graphs, practice them hard. This will help you a lot while solving problems related to the calculus that include differentiation, integration, as well as for the limits also. Alright, have a nice time, take care of yourself, bye bye.